Hey, Explain Everything listeners, it's giveaway time. We're giving away $201, and all it costs you is a $3 subscription to patreon.com/explaineverything. $3 could win you $201, bro. That's 67 times return on your investment. I learned that from Tyler's YouTube math channel. Now get over there and subscribe. We're picking one lucky Patreon subscriber to win $201 on patreon.com/explaineverything. Looks like you made it.
That beat really slaps.
It is really good. This is very random. I don't know why I just thought of this, but Gina and I had a friend that we used to do student ministry with a long time ago, and we found out after we hadn't talked to them for a long time, they both quit their jobs and they started raising alpacas. And I don't know why that just went. I was like, they raised alpacas to shave the fur to make sweaters and stuff. I don't know if they're successful at it.
Okay. Related, but less important.
I want to know.
Do you think anyone ever called Al Capone to his face Alpaca Capone? I mean,
only when he spit, they spit on it.
Sometimes in class, whenever you're in elementary school, they're like, now say, because we're going to learn everybody's name, say an animal that rhymes with your first name.
Alpaca.
Al Capone was in elementary. He's like, Alpaca Capone.
Oh, man.
Alpaca Capone.
So I got in a lot of trouble because I was like, oh, so you guys are raising llamas. Good. You thought I just peed in their milk jug in the refrigerator, which is weird, but it's kind of offensive. It's germs. But they were really offended.
Yeah. But also, that's on them.
I mean,
you're really funny.
How would I know? I was like, oh, so you guys are raising llamas. How dare you?
How dare
they were very upset.
So speaking of peanut milk jokes, I'm just gonna.
Please.
What if this whole show was you with a conscious stream of thought and me pulling out random rabbit trails that no one likes?
How is that any different from our regular podcast?
Hey Neil, here's a story from my life when I was 12. One time I worked.
Please.
I worked in high school. I worked at a furniture store, and we didn't we didn't create furniture. We just
created it.
Yeah, we created it from scratch. No big deal. Wingardium Leviosa, and it was made up from scratch.
Wow.
Yeah, impressive. And there was a guy I worked with. He was obnoxious, and he would always drink and eat people's food, eat their food, drink their drinks, without asking. Like he just takes stuff.
Okay.
So I was like,
him.
Yeah, me neither. I was like, bro, that's our stuff. He's like, whatever.
That was his response.
Well, he was
like a caveman.
He was not articulate. Anyways, he drank strangers' drinks. So me, 11th grade Tyler was like, you know what? I got an idea. So I got a Gatorade bottle. After I got done, I used the restroom in it. Number one.
Okay.
And then I put a piece of paper on that says, "Do not drink. This is Tyler's." And I put it in the fridge. And guess what?
Was it the blue flavor?
It's not warm after it's in the fridge for a while.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, it wasn't. It was yellow flavor.
No, I'd hope it was like
wow,
blue.
This is a gross episode right off the bat.
No, it's okay.
Should we do
alpacas? Go back to the alpacas.
Alpacas, save us. Save us, fancy llamas.
You know what we're save us, top shelf llamas.
Have you seen that guy on TikTok? He's like, here are things you can say to tick off men. And it has like little quotes.
No.
And it's incredible.
I need to know that.
He had one that said,
I can't handle it.
Somebody goes, it's like something you can say if a guy starts explaining cryptocurrency to you. He's like, it's like Monopoly money or something like that.
They'll enraged.
That's not what he said. It was something better than that. I'm going to find it.
Okay.
This is now the most important thing in my life. You go ahead and
the most important
keep us to where we're actually a legitimate podcast.
Okay.
And we don't get kicked off. What is it?
We're not gonna. Yeah, we're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on the top 100.
Top 100 Billboard. Top 100.
In what country are we trending?
Germany.
Germany.
We're trending in Germany.
We are actually trending.
What's up, German listeners? We're so happy to have Z in here.
That's good.
In here, so good. Bruce Willis, bad. I'm not good at anything. So stupid.
In ninth grade, Batman. There's a Batman movie out, and a buddy of mine taught me how to say something in German because he took like a German class, and I took Spanish, and it didn't sound cool in Spanish. And he said, "Und was ist der Batman? Ist zu Hause." Oh yeah. Und wo ist der Batman? Ist zu Hause. Wasche sein Hosen. It's where's Batman? He's at home washing his tights. That's all I knew.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Come to our country. Hey, thank you, all of our German listeners. Ostracizing our audience.
Yeah. Speaking of, let's keep going. You know what? Who cares? We're doing this for us and you. but no one
Please,
else.
please.
Don't tell anyone. You better not tell anybody
Don't
on
tell
this
'em.
podcast.
Don't tell
So
'em.
help me.
Don't tell them.
Or else that'll be fine. I'll love it.
They could win.
The only thing I knew in Spanish that like I legit remembered, and I used to say it to my Spanish teachers, and they hated it because it was weird, was from Martin Lawrence in Blue Streak.
Oh gosh.
He goes and he's doing stuff, and he goes, "You tengo el gato en los pantalones." It means I have a cat in my pants.
Naturally.
Yeah, and so
makes perfect
Martin
sense.
Lawrence taught me more than Miss Pickle.
Wow.
She was my Spanish teacher.
I wonder.
Senora Pickle. That's what she made us call her. I was Felipe.
I wonder if Joseph Tilley has a Spanish album.
Oh my goodness, such a good transition.
You think that's good? Is it good enough to hit the button?
I'll
now?
tell you this: if Joseph Tilly, he has two L's, so would it be
T-A.
Joseph Tilly? Because it's like it's a D.
Yeah, you got to roll the L's, but it's like
Tilly.
T. Hey, Joseph.
Joseph Tilly.
Joseph, take us there.
We're so good at accents. People don't talk about it enough.
Hey, Joseph.
Joseph Tilly.
We're gonna get some street tacos.
Oh my
Joseph.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Tyler and Neil Explain Everything podcast. Now officially your fourth favorite podcast. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you go to patreon.com/explain everything to get exclusive episodes. Looks like we made it.
I wonder if Joseph is a flat earther.
Joseph Tilly?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you take the two L's in his last name and turn them sideways,
Flatten them?
They're flattening them. They're
Well,
flat earth.
that is what
That's
we're
the
talking
only
about
evidence we
today.
have. No, I don't think he's a flat earther.
Yeah, probably not. We are talking about flat earthers
He's
though
a common
today.
senser.
So actually, the topic of flat earthers came from, we polled you guys on Instagram and said, what are some topics that you guys want to know about? And so
At Explain Everything Podcast.
at Explain Everything Podcast.
We don't post very much, but when we do post,
Oh.
it's all right.
It's we don't post often. When we do, it's forgettable.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
So somebody said, "Hey, would you please explain flat earthers?" And I'm like, "Okay, I can't." And this is kind of shocking because who's the first person you think of when you think of flat earthers?
Kyrie
Kyrie
Irving.
Yeah. Kyrie. So I
give the
did not realize how many. So there are a bunch of celebrities that are flat earthers.
No, there's not.
A lot of them.
Okay.
And it's shocking.
I believe you, but only because you did all the research for this.
No.
And I did no research.
No, not true.
As in every episode.
So I didn't know. I just, in general, I thought, okay, there are, no, wait. So true story. We do a big hangout.
Like most of your stories that you lie
True
about.
story on this one. As
We just
opposed
lie to
to
people about
So I talked to a pilot, and we were talking about flat earthers. I talked to him on Tuesday, and he was saying that the way that pilots actually navigate, they look at a flattened map, because he used to fly C-130s from the United States over to Ireland, and he said the fastest route is across the northern route. So he said you go from Newfoundland over to Ireland. He's like, it's not really all that far over the ocean because they flatten the map out, and you're kind of like a pancake, and it's the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. But when you look at it on the globe rounded, it looks like it's like straight. But when you flatten it out, it's kind of a curved.
Yeah.
It's geometry.
It is geometry. Apophthegms.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
So when you go from-
Opossums?
No. Not even a little bit.
That was our ASMR.
Y'all couldn't see that. Y'all couldn't see the face Neil made unless you're watching the video.
Yeah.
The face you made to do that noise.
I really get into look. I'm
Oh
a
my
method actor.
Oh
I don't know how to say
Daniel Day-Lewis in the flesh.
it. So,
good.
here's what flat earthers believe. I kind of knew some of this. Is they believe that this is hilarious. I could say they believe the Earth is flat and our podcast is done, but it's not that simple.
It's not.
It's not.
No. Explain what flat is.
Our viewership numbers,
Right now.
our Patreon subscribers.
I lost them back when I told to put the pee in the bottle in the fridge story.
They're done.
Ashley's
They're
furniture.
done. So they believe that the Earth is not just flat, but it is a plane or a disc, like a flat disc. It's not like they don't view it like a map, like we look at a rectangular map of the globe. They view it as a circular disc.
Okay,
that
so-
you flatten the entire thing.
It's like they're so close, but yet
If you could just,
they just don't have enough depth to their
Isn't
story.
there like a Photoshop apply 3D tool to that thing that you could stretch it out? So the way they look at it is the Arctic Circle is at the center because they're looking at it from the top down, and Antarctica is a wall of ice around the rim. So like if you were holding a Frisbee, like where your hand would be is Antarctica all the way around it.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, it's not bad.
I'm with you.
Yeah. This is called the Flat Earth Cosmography. And here's how we got it. So in Greece, up until the classical period, the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, and the Near East until the Hellenistic period, and in China until the 17th century, this is what everybody believed. So there is some, as soon as I was doing some of this research, I was like, there's a lot of math in here.
Yeah.
Pythagoras.
That Pythagorean theorem is for like right triangles. Or is there a lot of right triangle stuff, or did you just say a math thing?
No, Pythagoras. That's the first.
You just thought of a math thing. Go, I'll just say that, and maybe he won't know.
No, I know.
Like I didn't teach it to 14-year-olds.
Pi has to come into this because it's a disc shape. It's a pie.
I feel like I just transported back to being 23, and I asked the kid, "Hey, Johnny, explain to me Pythagorean theorem." Well, it's like the with the math that you can't, and he's just trying to like pretend
stretching it out.
And half the class is like, "That sounds pretty good," and I'm just like, "That sounds like you're just saying math words,
mathing it up."
We got a distance formula with the a squareds.
So Pythagoras is the guy who first proposed that the Earth was round. This is in 500 BC. Is he the guy that came up with the Pythagoras? How do you say it?
Pythagoras theorem. No, Pythagoras was like Jim back in the day. A lot of people named. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, it was the same guy. Let's just assume there was only one smart guy named Pythagoras.
Yeah. Man.
Okay, all the other Pythagoras's, they didn't amount to much.
So he's the guy that actually said the Earth is round, and he's the first one that did it. He reasoned that the moon was round before he figured out that the Earth was round. And the reason he did it is because in relation to the Earth, and it kind of gets a little bit crazy here. In 430 BC, there's a guy, I'm not going to get this right, Anaxagoras. He discovered that the Earth's shadow crossed over during a lunar eclipse. This is when they really started to get it. So if you look at a lunar eclipse, that is the sun is on one side of the Earth goes in between the sun and the moon, and then you get the shadow across the moon. They started to notice that the actual shadow outline was curved, which meant that Earth was not just flat disk, but it was actually like spherical.
Are you trying to prove to me right now that the Earth is round or flat? What is the purpose of this podcast? Are we trying to let people know the truth?
Yes.
That the Earth is a big old Waffle House pancake. I guess I should have gone with IHOP.
I took a guy to Waffle House yesterday. He ordered 2 waffles and he only ate 1.
Do you know they used to have an all-you-can-eat at Waffle House?
That's not a good decision.
$6.
No.
And in high school, it's like, I don't care about good food. I just want a lot of it.
Yeah, I need quantity.
The first time I used to eat at Waffle House, I was like, oh my goodness, they have an all-you-can-eat. I would love an all-you-can-eat. She goes, you got it. She picked up the menu and said, this is the last one I'll ever serve in my life. Because
no more.
I had it one time in my
life.
You
ruined it.
I killed all-you-can-eat at Waffle House.
Is that like a Grand Slam breakfast?
It's kind of like that, but it's more like win the whole World Series. It's incredible. It's the greatest gift known to mankind.
You win all sports.
They had to get rid of it because it was too much goodness.
I think it's probably too much. People would absolutely just go in there and destroy themselves.
Yeah, they did, I think, for a long time. It's Waffle House.
That's sad.
It's not like people have a ton of restraint in Waffle House. Have you seen?
No,
remember the Vine where the people and the 2 Waffle House workers are like fighting and they're like smashing.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy goes, like, "Can I get a waffle?"
That takes. See, that's a method actor. They do not break character the entire time.
I love it.
So Aristotle in 350 BC declared that the Earth was a sphere because it's based on the constellations that you could see in the sky as you travel further and farther away from the equator. So basically, if you're on the equator and you start going north, you see different constellations. Okay. In the next 100 years, I'm not going to get any of these guys' names right. Aristarchus, that's not it.
That's so
Aristophanes, they measured the size of the Earth.
Like a big old rope. Hold this over there, aristocrat.
It was a Stanley. There's a yellow and black. Yep. And they had to go about 30 feet at a time. And if you pull too far on those things, they don't retract back in.
Nope, you're broken. You got to buy another $30.
How do you think Stanley started?
Stan Lee.
Oh my gosh.
Figured it out.
Man. Stan Lee appearance.
Spider-Man and tape measures.
Oh gosh. So it sounds ridiculous to say that we would have to actually say these things, but here's proof that the Earth is actually round.
Oh, good.
Because
you've almost convinced me.
We should have approached this like if you genuinely believe the Earth is flat, and my job is to convince you that it's not.
Well, I mean,
I'm not
That's
doing
where we
great
are.
so far.
Welcome to the current reality.
Welcome. So if you look at any object on the horizon, and as an object moves away from you, they appear smaller. So if there's a boat on the horizon and you're looking at the water, and as it's sailing away from you, it gets smaller and smaller, but eventually disappears. That was one of the main ways that they figured out. Oh, wait a minute, because if it was flat, you would just see it would be smaller and smaller, but it would never disappear until you couldn't see it because it's going around the curvature of the Earth.
Allegedly.
Yeah, well,
Neil, I'll do my own research.
Don't
This
put
is my
ideas
truth.
in my.
This is my truth. I'll do my own research.
Yep.
Just do your own research.
Yeah,
Just do your own research.
There it is.
I'm sorry.
No, I love it.
People are obnoxious.
Hey, guys, I don't know. I just need to do a little more research on it. No, you mean you need to Google it some more?
You mean to
That's
Google,
not
read a headline,
research,
or see what your Aunt Sally put on
I wonder
Facebook.
what Tucker Carlson thinks. I'm going to research this. Should I have said it? I shouldn't have said it. That's not research, people.
No.
Gosh, sorry.
And that's only what the court of law says.
That's catnip, and we got to be careful here on this one.
So
So if you're looking at a mountain, eventually mountains or tall objects, it's not just things that are out there on the horizon, but the top of them is visible before the base. So if you're coming up over it's like when you're driving towards a city and you can start to see the top of the city before you can see the bottom of the city. Mm-hmm. You're like, okay, it's the curvature of the Earth.
Allegedly.
There are different stars in the night sky that are caused by rotation on our axis. So if you live in the Great Plains, you're only capable of seeing so far. But you travel up to the mountains, you can actually see the lower stars in the horizon. It's real. And then a lunar eclipse. The Earth passes between the sun and the moon, and it casts a shadow on the moon. So the shadow is a circle. All right. You ready for the Flat Earthers Society? This is a real group of people.
I'm ready. Facts over feelings. Here we go.
You're going to notice that a lot of these people are from Europe. Okay. So Vice President Michael Wilmore, he says they gave out certificates and they actually give out. So if you are a card carrying, financially contributing member, they will give you plaques and certificates that you can put up on your wall. His science is based on something that is called zetetic astronomy. And that's the perception that the Earth is flat. That the reality of this is that is closer to actual fact. And it must be flat rather than round. There are too many things in his mind that are saying, listen, the Earth is flat. It can't possibly be round. So there's a guy, his name is President Daniel Shenton. Both of these guys are from London and Ireland.
Wait. Okay. Question.
Uh-huh.
Those are two different places. Okay. From my knowledge.
Yeah.
I mean, well, all on the same plane, but with two different places.
Proposedly.
So you're talking, okay, I just want to address this. You said that Wilmore and Daniel are both from London and Ireland.
Yeah.
Is one of them from
one
London?
Of them's from London.
Ireland?
One of them's from Ireland. Yeah.
Or they're both from both places?
No, one of them is. So I think Wilmore is from London. Daniel's from Ireland. Okay. Ireland.
Kind of was hoping they were born in both places. Like they were being born.
Because it's
they went, hold! They got on this plane you were talking about with that pilot. Flew them straight across.
Straight across.
You don't have to go
not at a right. Yeah.
You don't have to go to an arc.
Man.
Yeah.
I was born in two places.
London
and Ireland.
With my friend Daniel.
Or you could have just straddled the border between both and had the kid that way.
You could have said it that way. That's how you're going to say that?
That's how you're going to do it. All right. So their beliefs are this. They believe that NASA is part of a conspiracy. Although somebody said to me, was it yesterday? Somebody said that NASA started off as it was. Somebody said NASA, it was Austin. He goes, hey, NASA started off as a sea aquatic division. And they were like, no, everything that we see down here is too scary. We're going to go to space.
I mean, I get it.
I've never.
Underwater's terrifying.
Listen, Roman, if you're listening to this, Roman's greatest fear is dark water. It's mine too. It's actually, you want to know what my greatest fear is?
Yes.
Dark water at night. Being out on the water at nighttime.
Really?
I don't like it.
Do you do that a lot?
I try not to.
Like, are you talking about the ocean or
that's why we moved back to Arkansas.
Any water.
The farthest inland we could get.
It's good. That's good.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be out on a lake. I don't want to be on a river, but I definitely don't want to be on the ocean.
The ocean is, like, the vastness of the ocean is a bit
freaks me
overwhelming.
out.
It's like standing on the top of a building and looking over.
So if you could have it where it is bright and clear and the water, like you could see all the way through it and it's kind of clean and not murky, I'd be okay with that. I don't mind going down there.
So you used a key word there. I want to focus in on. Is it because you said it's clean? Is it because you think when it's dark there's germs?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Where do you think germs come from?
The darkness.
I was born
of the darkness. I was born of the darkness.
Yeah, I don't like deep. No, I don't like that. Neither does
rolling in the deep.
Hello.
Another Adele callback. No, that was on the Patreon, wasn't it?
It was on Patreon.
Hey, Patreon.com, explain everything. We're the worst promoters ever.
So these guys,
We already lost our audience because we made fun of people.
That's
Go ahead.
They're fine.
Yeah.
So
do their own
these guys
research.
believe that it is an invisible anti-moon that blocks the moon during lunar eclipses. I'm not making that up. They believe that gravity is an illusion. And this one makes me laugh because this takes so much effort and energy to come up with it. But objects, so if you drop something on planet Earth and it falls, the reason why they believe that, they say that objects are driven by a mysterious energy called dark energy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that's the dark web. And that's very different.
Sounds like
You
Magic
don't want
the
to get down there.
Gathering.
You want to talk about where germs come from? Magic the Gathering.
This is my dark energy card. It's going to create fake gravity. Gravity.
So the reason,
Sorry.
the reason why if you drop something, it's going to fall, they believe that the Earth is being propelled upwards through space at a rate of 32 feet per second by dark energy. That is why when you drop something, it falls, because the flat Earth itself is being propulsed upward.
Is it? But are we revolving around the sun? Is that
I don't know that.
pulsing?
I
Or
can't- no.
is the whole solar system just going up?
It's just Earth for
they
sure.
hit the elevator. Everything's like, let's
We're
go.
going to the top, yeah.
Wow.
Not like that.
To the moon. Not like that.
Yeah, to the moon, which apparently is called the invisible anti-moon.
Is the moon, well, okay, so the moon's not
No.
flat, it's not round, it's invisible, and it's not a moon.
It's the thing that causes the eclipse is the invisible anti-moon. The moon is real, but it too is a disk out there. It's not.
Okay, sorry. I thought I could do this episode. This is so much stupidity. Like
This is
so,
real.
This is no, they're just doing it because it makes them money. They're
okay.
doing it because it makes they are doing it because it makes them money.
I mean, I would have to.
They are. It's Stephen Colbert when he worked for Jon Stewart.
Yes.
And he like
He
pretended
would
to be
act like he's totally on board. with
hard
something.
right wing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he pretended to be something he wasn't in real life because it made him money. He's Marilyn Manson. He talks about like, this is not real. I'm doing this because it makes me money. Like he's very intelligent. He just does it because he knows there's a market for it.
Wow.
That's what
What
these,
kind of, well, I guess there is kind of a market for it.
I mean,
Marilyn
he's a
Manson.
millionaire.
Yeah.
He's got almost more money than us.
He doesn't have any
Patreon.com /
Patreon.
everything.
He doesn't have any Patreon.
No, but for real, like they're
Yeah,
doing it to make money. This is not this.
That's
You
so
can't
weird.
genuinely believe. I say that. I don't know. The past 2 years, I'm like,
I don't
okay,
know.
people can genuinely believe
I'm
a lot of stuff.
shocked at what genuinely
absurd.
what we think. Hey, this horse. Okay. Anyways, so what they actually believe is that GPS is tricking all of us to drive in circles instead of straight lines.
Okay.
That we are the straightest or the shortest distance between 2 points is not a straight line. It's tricking us to drive in circular arcs. That this is where it gets okay. Can I just be honest with you? One of my biggest pet peeves is when people they think that the space program and going to the moon is all faked. And so we're going to go down a rabbit trail here. And I just want you to know this angers me.
Okay.
Can I say this?
No, great. There you go.
Because it makes me so mad. They believe that every space program from every other country is connected and they are in on the hoax.
Okay.
Because it is cheaper to fake a space program than to actually have one. It was cheaper to have NASA fake the moon landing than to actually have to go to the moon.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
What?
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. No, it's just I'm trying to understand the hashtag logic here. So they think that they created a fake space program
Yes.
to save money on not. Was there a lot of pressure that we needed to have a space program?
Well, remember during the Cold War, the Great Space Race and all that kind of stuff, who's going to get there first? But
So-
they're all in on it.
So everybody was fake competing to space,
Yeah.
along with the fake GPS makers
I guess, yeah. Well, it was the thing is, so
and the fake gravity.
the fake gravity. So the way it started off is if one of these countries says they're going to go to space, but they're actually faking it, the other ones have to fake it faster. And then they eventually all are
Okay.
faking
Yeah,
it.
that makes total sense.
Whatever.
That makes complete sense. You guys, y'all are onto something.
Yeah. You got us.
This is so
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Born in London and in Ireland.
That's why. Had you just picked one,
You
this
picked
wouldn't have
one,
been
you
a-
wouldn't have to, you
And
can make a decision on
By
if
the
you wanna be a
way,
complete moron.
you picked
or
two
a
of the
partial
wrong
moron.
ones. So I'm sorry, all of our British listeners. You
Oh,
should have been
well,
born
we're
over in
big
Germany.
with all the greatest people on the planet. Now,
Oh, yeah. So they have a theory that global warming is actually happening because the Earth isn't round, it's flat, and it's drying out.
But they do believe in global warming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Global warming is happening because it's flat.
Okay.
Okay. They believe the Earth. Here's okay. The reason why people believe in conspiracy theories. This is what's weird is I started going down this road, and there is a psychology behind conspiracy theorists, and I didn't realize this.
Okay.
Psychologists have studied this. There is a mistrust of scientists, of science, and also big organizational, governmental anything. And we'll get into this.
So, in order to compete with that, they create their own organization. Flat Earth Society.
Flat Earthers Society. They probably have patches.
That's probably do.
Yeah,
they're patching up their brain.
Robin Williams patches.
Patch Adams.
Patch Adams. So psychologists, they've studied this. What they say is their strength comes from vagueness. So they don't have really good answers from any of this stuff.
Oh, wonder why.
Which is what I tried to say in high school on a lot of my tests. I'm like, listen, do you realize how strong I am here? I know I'm not answering this as a question straight on, but I mean, how do we even know that this is?
It's like, I just tell people like, hey, I'm an NBA player. Okay, cool. What team do you play for? Well, I don't like to get into the details. Okay, well, how much you can pay? Well, I don't want to really expose that. And it's like, well, I don't see you on any TV or like any of the games. Well, I don't, you know what? I'm not really out there.
You probably don't subscribe to those channels. That's fine.
I just don't want to, I don't want to get into the minutia of it, but just know there's some dark energy here. There's some dark energy. And the NBA actually faked the NBA. All the teams are in a fake. It's easier to fake an NBA game.
Kyrie Irving is actually AI?
I haven't seen him play this year.
I haven't. Oh, burn. That's actually, that segment right there is going to make us millions.
Yep.
So flat earthers, no, they
the $1 million Patreon donor is not making it this point.
These conspiracy theorists, they want to believe something that something more is going on than what it actually is. So they start with one conspiracy theorist, and then they adopt what's called fringe theories. These actually contradict themselves. So it's like it usually consists or connects UFOs to ghosts to ESPs to all this other stuff. We can get into all that kind of stuff. But here are some of the famous flat earthers. Some of these people, I think, are faking this. I don't think they genuinely believe that this is real. But
okay. Well, I actually looked into a couple of them, and I'm going to close their story arc. Go ahead.
Okay, I can't wait. Kyrie Irving, I think, is the most famous flat earther.
Because he said in an interview, like somebody said something, and he actually questioned it and was like, well, is it really though? I mean, and tried to leave it wide open. Yeah. And people went insane. It was
lost
insane.
Lost
their mind. And then actually a few months later, because the internet blew up and he tried to ignore that, but that doesn't ever work for Kyrie.
No.
And then they came back and somebody said something in an interview and he was just kind of like, yeah, I don't think the Earth's flat anymore. He said, I got into a rabbit hole on YouTube. And he admitted that he got it. He fell into the gap. He fell into the crazy.
Into the dark energy.
He fell into the dark energy. He fell into the crazy. And you can't really fall into anything because gravity doesn't exist. It's all NASA
illusion,
created.
Dad.
Illusions, father. That's the best. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry.
Shaquille O'Neal. In 2017, he pretty famously said something about flat earthers, and then they said, do you really believe in that? And he goes, listen, when I drive from Florida to California, it seems flat to me.
He did come back later and say, I'm joking, you idiots.
Also, do you think Shaq is driving from Florida to California?
0% chance.
No.
And by the way, it's Dr. Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, that you're right.
He legitimately has it. It's not an honor. He has
a real doctorate.
Yeah, no. It's from
I love
Wheaton College, maybe? I don't know.
It's pronounced Wheaton.
Wheaton. Whiskey.
What degree?
What weird.
What Wheaton degree?
I saw a thing the other day. It was a meme, and it said, what did guys talk about or joke about before memes came out? And they're like, oh, they just sat around and quoted Anchorman.
Yeah. Back in the day. Quotes. So rapper B.O.B., his real name is Bobby Ray Simmons Jr.
What was his song? Do you believe that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars? That was him.
Is it really?
Right now. I think so. I'll verify while you do all the work for the podcast.
That's all right. So he released a track called Flatline, which is actually about, so he had a pretty famous Twitter beef. He disses in that song astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. So the two of them had this bit back and forth with Twitter that didn't go well. And he basically said in the song, he goes, no matter how high in elevation you are, the horizon is always eye level. Sorry, cadets, I didn't want to believe it either. They had a back and forth on Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was his big song, Aeroplanes.
That was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Aeroplanes.
Aeroplanes.
Which
Yeah,
really just
say
flushed it
it right.
across, really. Think about it. He said that. He whispered that at the end. He's like, airplanes in the night skies. Just flushed it across. I can really use a wish right now.
Flat when you drive from Florida to
Do you
California.
think people ever get really impressed with my amazing singing voice?
Yeah.
I mean, they can't not, right?
How can they not?
I don't know. Me and Justin Tilly, we're going to drop that next big.
Do you want me to? I'll push it. If
I'll just rap. I'll go hard in the paint. Like Kevin Garnett.
I don't even know who Sherry Shepherd is, but I did a little research. She was a co-host of The View, and she talked about how round Earth makes her nervous.
Because
I don't know.
oh my gosh. What's on the other side? Like if we're on the Earth, did we already explain? Like, did you already say this?
No, we can't say that till the end.
Okay, sorry. Keep going.
No, it's a secret.
Okay.
What is on the other side?
What's on? Hello.
So,
It's Adele. She's like this huge Adele. Hello from. It's like in Moana. She's the Earth that just like
oh
comes
my
up.
gosh.
Hello from the. And everybody's like, Kyrie's like, Geet. He would have been protected, but he didn't get vaccinated, so he couldn't be protected from her.
Gosh, you don't even know it's Kanye. He's wearing a mask.
Kanye.
He's actually not Kanye anymore. It's
Yeet.
So
Easy, baby.
He said that he has too many questions to
Hate
believe
this.
that the Earth is round. I don't know if he actually believes that or not. AJ Styles, he is a WWE wrestler, and so what happens? I don't know if he actually is a flat earther, but he went on an unscripted rant, which apparently, and I didn't know it until I read this article, that wrestling isn't real.
Wait, which version?
I didn't know that the WWE isn't real.
You didn't know that, Neil. I think I've got a lot more stories to break with you. Where do you stand on this flat Earth thing?
Oh man!
But have you ever noticed there's a correlation between all of these things
Oh my gosh!
and high school diplomas? All these conspiracy theorists. It's like there's a max capacity for education.
Yep, they maxed out, tapped out.
Crazy.
So he's
ACT
on.
score. It's like you get a certain ACT score, you get a free ride to college. You get under a certain ACT score, you get to believe in this, this, and this.
Hey,
you
man,
get to do this.
What'd you get on your ACT? So low, in fact,
So low,
that I believe that flat Earth.
I have flat Earth, and then a list of other
Yeah.
things I can't say because it ostracizes our audience. If that's
It's
you,
all right.
read a book.
Oh gosh! So what
This
he did is,
episode that ruined me.
yeah, this
I'm
is
done.
it. It's close.
I'm
We're
done.
really close on this one.
I'm just sorry dealing with it.
It's so the guy had like he goes on a huge rant when he's in the locker room, like off like out away from the ring, you know, and they just like they grab like a water bottle and they're like spraying water. They're so angry and they throw a chair.
You talking about when they win the NBA championship? And then they go on a rant.
No.
Oh, sorry, guys.
So as a wrestler, the acting part of it, he just goes on an unscripted rant about how angry he is that this other guy that he's going to wrestle or whatever thinks that the Earth is round and he knows it's flat. And then people,
What is? Hold on. First question: why did it get brought up that his competitor thought it was round? He's like, "Let me tell you something about me. I'm gonna break him. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna lift a car, and this Earth is a sphere." Like, why did he bring it up?
I don't know, but you know what's scary is like the guys in the production booth that are directing this. They're like, "Oh no, he's off script. He's off script. What's he going to say? Flat Earthers? What in the world? Stick to the script.
Roll with it. Can't roll. It's a flat Earth.
I'll roll right off." Stephon Diggs, he's a Minnesota Vikings wide receiver.
Yeah.
There are a lot of athletes that are on here. Draymond Green.
Yeah, he does not really believe this.
Oh no.
No, he's too good.
He said he believes it because he can make pictures round in his iPhone, and I am not making that up. He goes, I can make because if I can take a photo,
I won't believe that. I love
turn it into a sphere.
Here's the thing. Somebody must have said something to him. He went on the defense because he's so good at defense.
Oh,
he brought
okay,
it up.
okay.
That's what it is.
Got the
He
layup.
would never.
Got the layup.
Believe in
Sammy
Gray.
Watkins. He's an LA Rams wide receiver, and he as well said that he believes that I think what happens is I think you know that you could be at least in a headline somewhere if you say.
I think it's funny.
believe it.
They're trolling people.
Yeah,
They
I
like
hope they
Shaq
are.
was trolling him.
Well,
they have to be trolling him.
Sherry Shepherd is not trolling anyone.
No, she is a troll. You have to
the
pay a toll
round
to get under the
earth
bridge, and
makes
she's
her
there.
nervous.
She's like, answer my riddle 3. I'm a troll. I don't know, Sherry. Sherry, if you're a Patreon sub, I'm sorry. If you're not, be better.
She was a host of The View, and I wonder where that view is from on the other side of a flat earth.
Hello from. I'm sorry. This one's done.
All right, should we 3v3 this?
Why not?
I hope I hit the right button.
I've already got.
I don't know.
The question on everyone's mind.
Nope, that's not it.
You love The Rock. Everything's
party,
The Rock.
pal. This is 3v3.
So sorry about that. All right. So 3v3. What other hoaxes and conspiracy theories are worse than
You are
this
trying to get me in trouble. What in the world?
Okay. So I'm going to go with the first one, and I already said it before. The people that think the moon landing is faked, that it enrages me. I get so bothered by that. I would Buzz Aldrin punched somebody in the face when he was in his 80s because he's so mad about it. I will punch someone in the face into my 80s.
Yeah.
Because I don't like it. That one bothers me.
Well, I'm stealing one of yours. Okay. So one that bothers me is the Illuminati. First off, I got an official invite to the Illuminati.
Really?
You didn't see my, okay, you don't watch my TikTok. It's
What?
fine. Yeah, I put it on TikTok. It's whatever.
When?
Hashtag.
How did I miss this?
It's fine. I got an official invite to the Illuminati. Do you want to read it?
I'm going to go listen to your...
No. We can play it.
Yeah,
play it while I go to the restroom.
Yeah. Well, no, I just need to know which one it is.
Okay,
Hang on a second
I'll just keep talking. Hey, guys,
right.
what's up?
It's
Tyler
all
here.
right.
I'm going to run to the restroom while Neil plays my TikTok.
Well, I want to know
I can show you which one it is.
Can you
I'll show you.
Show me...
Click, and Neil can play it for you guys.
I will play it for
It
you.
is that one right there.
Okay. All right. We're going to play Tyler's latest TikTok. Well, it's one of his about the Illuminati.
That Neil didn't watch.
Have you ever been invited to join the Illuminati? If you'd asked me a month ago, I'd have said no, but now I can honestly say yes. All thanks to a lovely man named Alvin. Let me show you what Alvin said. Alvin said, hello, welcome to the Illuminati. Do you want to join the great Illuminati organization to become rich and influential in life? Money is not an issue with us. Join us today and kick out your financial problems with a monthly salary of $1 million and cash bag money emoji. If you wish to be a part of it, just say yes. I said, sounds dope. Count me in. Do you take temporary checks? Hello, are you interested? Question, do I get to meet Beyonce? Non-negotiable. Really? Yes, she's very talented. So are you willing to become a part of this brotherhood? What type of snacks do you offer? Me? I'm an Oreo man. But if there's no milk, I prefer chips and cheese dip. After that, Alvin ghosted me. Guess he's not an Oreo man. Have you ever been...
He's not an Oreo man. That's incredible.
Yeah, man.
He asked you if you wanted to be a part of the Brotherhood.
Well, the Illuminati.
Hey, brother.
One thing I love, not only is he absolutely insane, but also against certain genders. So that's great. Guys only. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like if I want to be...
Hey, everybody hood.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw a thing the other day on the internet. And, who do you think of when you think of people that are like, oh, they joined the Illuminati, that's how they got rich and famous? Who?
I immediately think of, I would say Beyonce. Maybe
Beyonce,
one of them.
Jay-Z?
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Okay, so
that's the first one that comes up.
First one that comes to your mind, okay? Now, here's the thing. I saw the meme said,
Marshawn Lynch?
maybe. Protect your chickens. That's great advice though, by the way. But you think Jay-Z and Beyonce, they are some of the more notable, like Illuminati conspiracy, like they don't believe it, but people think they're in it because that's how they got their money. And I saw a thing that said, it's funny how we, like a lot of society will assume that Beyonce and Jay-Z only got rich because they joined the Illuminati, whereas Bezos and Musk, we just assume they made their money legit.
Wow.
But why do some people think, well, they couldn't have done it on their own? And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Way to point out a huge thing on society.
Yeah, that actually would be one of my conspiracy theories, those jerks.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Illuminati's yours. So there have been 2,032 Bigfoot sightings in Washington alone in the last 5 years.
Bigfoot sightings.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's a major waste of time. Which also, so I'm finding out Tyler got me started watching Newsroom, and they do a lot of He hasn't even.
I don't even watch it. I just saw the one clip I referenced.
But it's like they have a guy in there who's really into Bigfoot. That would be one of them.
Fun fact about Bigfoot: I was in a short film of where I tracked Bigfoot. It's called Foot Trackers.
Are you serious?
Have you seen it?
No.
I'm awful in it. Like, and I'm not being humble. It was a
my
UCA
gosh.
UCA, you know, they do films. You know,
Yeah,
your son's
yeah.
in film school. Shout out Roman. What's up, bro?
Hey.
And there was one that they did, and a lady I worked with, her son was like, his script got picked up and he was going to direct it. And she was like, hey, you're kind of fit the bill. You're looking for a 25-year-old, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, cool. And I went and filmed it. I have like, I'm like one of the main characters. I have 5 lines, and it's like, I wouldn't do anything for 12 hours. He's like, say you dig. And I'd be like, you dig. He's like, all right, cool, move on. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
I'll go back and watch it now. It looks like I was a crossword puzzle put together. But yeah, I'm in it. It's called the Foot Trackers.
So is it Bigfoot or is it Sasquatch? That's right up there.
Well,
with
Bigfoot
saying-
because they named it after foot
Okay,
trackers.
okay.
So I would
Oh,
assume.
okay.
I don't know. He didn't clarify. He didn't really. I'm really a method actor like you. You know, he was just kind of like stand there, and I waited.
You don't call them llamas; they're alpacas.
They're ramas.
Oh, okay.
So
What's
anyways.
yours? What's another one for you?
Another. Oh wait a minute. Am I okay? So you're not allowed to use one from the past year and a half.
No,
Let's see.
you can.
Okay, QAnon. I think QAnon stuff is absolutely absurd.
Gosh.
If you're a QAnon person, stop. Okay, just quit.
Yeah, please stop.
But one of my favorite things to do with QAnon people, they're so confident. They're so confident in stuff.
yeah.
Well, you don't know. It's like it's horoscopes.
cute.
It's political horoscopes is what it is. They're so vague
oh, gosh.
that they try to pull and relate. But I'll tell you this. This is my okay. I'm just gonna give y'all. Goes for
comes.
every conspiracy theory. You want to fix if you got people around you who are like all in. Here's the thing. You think back over the past, I don't know, 2 years or 10 years or however long you've known them to be all into conspiracy theories and all, this is going to happen. I'm telling you, it's happening. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the deal. They move crazy. So it's like a merry-go-round of crazy. So they're
Yeah.
always moving on and forgetting how wrong they were so frequently. It's like one right thing they get, it makes up for the 1,000 wrong things. So here's what you do. You bet money. You always act interested. Go, that's really good. That's good. How much you want to bet? Well, what do you mean? I was like, you seem very sure of this. Like, would you bet $100? Yeah. Okay. Give me a deadline. When's it going to happen? In 2 months. I'll give you 6 months. You put it in your calendar.
wow.
I've given a dude 2 years.
Yeah.
I've given somebody 4 months.
Double down.
I made money on both. Make money, make bets, put it in your calendar, take a picture, record a video, whatever you need to do to prove to them because they apparently don't need a lot of evidence to run with stuff. But that's what I like. Yeah.
They will actually, so that's not going to get them to stop thinking that their conspiracy theories are great. They will stop talking about them because they know that you're going to call them out on it every single time.
Exactly.
There's one that's out there, a conspiracy theory that is absolutely horrible. It drives me nuts. But there are a lot of people that genuinely think that Stevie Wonder is not blind.
I've heard that.
Yeah, like legit.
I've heard that.
Which is kind of, it's like sad. I don't like
do you think, what do you think Stevie says to it? Has he ever been approached by it?
Gosh, I don't know. I wonder if anyone's asked him. The nerve.
Yeah. Or,
hey man, you're fake. Or they throw a ball at him to see if he can catch it.
That's from a movie. That has to be from a movie.
Yeah, there are. How did I know? How did you? Yeah. All right, you have another one? Do we do 3?
I know. I only did 2.
Okay.
I mean, I could relate that the Denver International Airport's Illuminati's headquarters, but I already kind of said the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Cost
Cost $2 billion to make that.
Okay. My favorite. You ready?
Yes.
And this is a legit conspiracy theory. Prince Charles is a vampire.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one.
Oh
That's
my
mine.
gosh.
That's mine. And I kind of hope it's true. Like all these others, I'm like, oh, it's crazy. This one, I'm like, please, pretty please.
Yeah, that's so. He actually is a direct descendant from
Vlad the Impaler?
From Vlad the Impaler,
Yeah.
which is genius. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, do you want to do my favorite segment?
Yeah.
I'm going to push the button.
The question on everyone's mind, will it rock? The answer is probably yes.
I don't hit the other one accidentally. I only hit this one accidentally. Rude.
I think you're great. Thanks for carrying this.
I can't think
I
about
look forward to hearing this podcast when you get a new host because I got fired up for this episode.
Whatever. So
my whole life.
this is our Will It Rock segment, and we love to ask ourselves the question: will this situation, could it possibly be any better if you insert The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson? And he had a big week last week, by the way.
Why?
The trailer
Jungle
came out
Cruise?
Do you know they just released Jungle Cruise? They're releasing it in China finally.
Good.
It's going to do really well.
Well, it takes cruises a long time to get to places. Why is it going to do well in China?
Customs.
The shipping containers of tariffs.
Oh my gosh, it's bad. It's really bad. All right, so we ask, will if you put Dwayne The Rock Johnson in the situation won't make it any better. So this is a fun fact about flat earthers.
Tell me.
When you ask, and I'll ask you this because you can answer, you can do the punchline. When you ask flat earthers, what is on the other side of the earth? Like if it's flat.
Besides Adele. Hello from the earth. I'm sorry. I can't stop. I can't stop.
What do they say is on the other side?
Rocks. There's just rocks on the other side.
That's all that it is. You're thinking that it's going to be, is it like a propulsion system? Is it another city? Is it a drive-through? No one knows what it is. And like, what is it?
How you have like
Rocks.
The amount of mental gymnastics people have to do to come up with flat earth theories.
Oh, gosh.
And the best and most creative make-believe story they can come up with for the other side is, it's rocks. Don't be lazy. Like you've committed. Be like, oh, it's a conveyor belt with Willy Wonka chocolates. I make something up.
Yeah, please.
Be better. If you're going to go crazy, go all in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't eat the rocks. So will it rock? I mean, it has to.
Has to rock.
Yeah. How could it not?
How can it not? Okay, wait. When they say rocks on the other side, is it rocks or is it a cloning factor of Dwayne The Rock Johnson? It's just a bunch of the rocks
They're stamping
everywhere, doing like arm wrestling competitions.
Wow. Yeah, that's probably exactly.
Okay,
what
that I respect.
that I'm okay with.
I would come to the Flat Earth
I would do
Society.
that.
You know, Logan Paul did a documentary on flat earthers.
Really?
Like after he got in trouble for all that stuff he did.
Yeah.
He was
He
like,
thought he could make it better by doing that.
Yeah, pre-boxing, this was his way out, making fun of other people.
This goes to show you why he went to boxing. There's no way out of this.
No.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Well, this is explaining flat earthers.
Wow. Hope you understand and you're not mad at us.
Yeah, please don't be mad at us.
Don't be mad. We're just delivering the facts. Facts over feelings, guys.
For sure.
Do your own research. But also, Facebook isn't research. As somebody working on
Yeah.
a dissertation,
Yeah.
it would not pass.
Facebook is.
I can't
not
even use
research.
websites. I
No.
can't. Like, I'm not allowed, for my dissertation, like, they'll barely let me use a website as a reference.
Yeah, I get
and
it.
people, that's where everybody gets their information now. It's like, no, I have to get everything from peer-reviewed studies. It's insane.
ridiculous.
I'll do my own research. I'm like, you don't know how to do research.
If you get
I
up
almost
there
said somebody's name.
to argue or defend your dissertation, and somebody asks you a question, you go, you give an answer, and you go, well, that's just my truth.
That's my truth. They would look at me and go,
Oh gosh.
all right, we are going to
Yeah.
have you.
No, what they're going to do is they're going to go, you're right, it is Dr. Tarver.
No, that's
Come
not
on in.
what the-
Come on in.
Yep,
We have a lab coat for you
They
now.
are definitely not that way. They're very. There's some that when they're reading your dissertation, they're very rude. It hurts your feelings. They're just
real.
like. Here's the fun thing too.
Man.
If you mess up on one thing,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, you need to correct this, and then they keep reading, and then it's like almost like they get more aggravated that you still made the same mistake. I'm like,
No.
I made the mistake.
that one.
And then they're like, finally, you correct. I'm like, you were reading this before I had the chance to go in and fix it.
Oh gosh.
But I deserve it. But you know what? I just do my own research. That's what I just reply. I do my own research.
They were probably born in England and Ireland
It's the same time.
at the same time, for sure.
It's so hot right now.
All right. You know
Hey,
who's
do you
hot
want me to-
too?
What? Oh, do we have something else?
No, it's just.
Is this the outro?
Yeah.
You're waiting on me to say the thing.
No. Well, yeah.
Hey, guys. Could we do a TED Talk on flat Earth? And at the end, just be like, hey, just kidding, guys. This is all hot baloney.
Hey, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for coming on TED Talk, y'all.
Bye.
Hard finish. Oh, yeah, we have an outro. We can like.
Thanks for listening
Oh,
to
never
the
mind.
Explain Everything podcast. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Explain Everything Podcast. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but you're already here. We love you. No, actually, we're in love with you. Thanks for coming on our TED Talk. Bye.